going to talk about the Mahi review first, and then we'll talk about the state of the meta and get more into that Zuka stuff. But for now, we also got our stage rework in this update. We got the brand new Mahi Resort, and I kind of want to go over a bit of a smaller segment, but what do we think of the Mahi changes? To me, I kind of like it. I wish that there were a bit more routes added in and out of spawn, like mainly the snipe flank from Splatoon 1 I still think would have been great to add, especially with, like, pushing right side does feel a bit difficult right now, but I think how large and open they made the middle of the map was a big surprise to me, and I've really enjoyed new Mahi quite a lot, I think.
It's not a hot take, but since they made it more open, I feel like it just made backliners even more impressive there, especially Charger.
Yeah, that's true for sure. It's definitely, like, very long-range favored right now, but I still think it's a good change.
It's good for just avoiding Zukas, which is what people are complaining about, but like then you just have the backliner being like having free will the entire game. It's just like, I don't know.
I definitely think now that it's so open map, like you need to be able to like be sneaky and shark around, especially on that map as a shot. I can't really do much because of the backline just having full rain, so I need to be able to either camp them out or have full paint control and just be able to do what I need to do to move around and get positions.
And Scrim seems to be running E-leader, and it's just super oppressive.
Yeah.
They have so many spots to just run around.
And it's like the E-leader could just watch everything from one spot. Like, that's kind of the problem with a lot of snipes in this game. Like, Haggle is another common one where it's like, they just should not be able to keep an eye on this many routes at the same time. I think that's definitely the biggest downside of it. I kind of wish they added more cover, especially in the non-zones layout, but I mean, I think Zones Mahi is, according to the map poll I ran a bit further back for like higher level players, it was the most popular zones map. I don't see that changing.
It's not bad. It's just like, you know, it's just a bit annoying.
Yeah.
You have to be very cautious with what you do now. It's too open in a sense. Like I do like the fact that they opened it up, but now I'm playing it, I'm just like, wait, now I can't do certain things. It's harder.
There are definitely some things to get used to. I would say the other modes is where I'm more disappointed. I don't mind the clams changes. I think the clam changes are actually pretty good, but Tower and Rain, to me, I'm very disappointed. We still have the checkpoint not very far back. We didn't extend anything, and Tower still has the stupid fucking trench in the middle, which provides, like, no cover. You know, it's definitely better. Like, I could open it in solo and play it, but it is kind of a shame that they kept it at all, I guess.
Yeah. I kind of thought the whole rework would be based on Tower Control and Rainmaker, like really fixing those maps, but it kind of not enforced, but it kind of kept their same niche, and that niche is not good.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like I don't think that map should have that. Like the zones rework is good in a sense in general, but I feel if we're gonna have those type of reworks, I feel like they should be focusing that kind of thing on other maps more than Mahi.
Yeah. I mean, I think like they'd definitely be good for maps that have a bit more cover already and like suffer from being a bit compact. Like Mincemeat's a good one, for example, to me. Where,
Mincemeat,
like, if you could go around the cars would be great cover for like short range weapons, but you can't go around them. So like if they just expand the mid again, like that becomes a lot more drastic for a stage like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still think it's positive changes all around. Like, for the most part, it's definitely making those map modes better. Clamblitz Mahi also has frame drop issues, which is probably the reason I'm not going to vouch for it anymore. I've been liking it a lot, but ever since I've switched to an OLED, I have not had many frame drops. I used to have them all the time on my old Switch, but when I switched to the OLED because of the whole battery thing, I've never had them until CB Mahi. I have seen, well, I scrimmed like Moonlight, I believe, and there was like, I think one of them pointed out as well, and Power was subbing for us and talked about it. It's like, I think there were like 3 or 4 of us having frame drop issues, and like, that to me makes it like instantly I don't want to play the stage in a competitive setting. Like, that is horrible for competitive integrity if some players literally are just playing at a lower frame rate.
Very much so.
That is awful. So.
That was the scrim where we played you, Chara. Just that map is, if the water doesn't go down in the first minute, it's really difficult for some players.
Well. At least the water drops like a bit sooner now, but it is still a problem for sure.
Yeah.
I
But
think the water should just be down the entire game, bro. Like, I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't mind it on zones. I think on zones the water up layout's actually like decent enough now, but the other modes all feel like they are still have like too little space, which is kind of a shame because I liked Slough and Mahi a lot because it felt like the layout with the water up was still very good. It's like the gimmick could afford to be later into the map and change it more, but now it's like the stage just becomes so much better when with the water down that it's hard to have it with the water up.
Yeah, I kind of agree. It's not that bad, but having the water up, if it's costing frame drops, then it's like, well, you know, maybe we want to change that.
Yeah. I think the frame drops are only a main problem with Clams, because Clams has all those spawns, of course, so it obviously is more taxing on the game. Which almost makes me wonder, they reduced the amount of Clam spawns in it. I wonder if that wasn't to fix the mode, but for performance issues.
Could be.
Just a theory. Maybe that's why they did it, but
Yeah.
regardless, it's definitely an unfortunate issue, but yeah, I mean, would you guys say that the rework is overall underwhelming or positive? Like, what do you guys think?
No, it was fine. I think it was.
I think it's positive. I think it's positive.
Yeah.
Positive.
It's
I just hope they
Can't
do
do it
this
more
for
often.
most maps. Yeah.
I mean, if we
They
get
should do
this
it
every update, or even every other update, if it's every update, then we can expect, I think, 7 more of them, assuming
Good.
no content extension. And if it's just every, like, 3 months, then that would still be another, I think, 4 stages off the top of my head. So, you know, we have to see, but I think we can expect a decent bit more of these, so...
Yeah, it was
we'll
good.
have to see what they
Keep them up.
change. I'm very curious
them
what
up.
maps they're going to prioritize. Mahi was, like, a very obvious first example, I think. Mahi was one of the most hated maps in the game. And obviously had, like, its own fair share of different issues, but I'm very curious what they go to next.
I do hope it's Eel Tail or Mincemeat.
I would say Mincemeat or Undertow are my top picks, because I think Undertow is very, I think Undertow's mid is really the problem, and if they're going to make it giant, the map would probably be really, really good. But Mincemeat would be another one. I also want them to rework Scorch, so we don't have to keep playing this version of Scorch, because I hate it. But that's my personal bias. I don't like Scorch.